come out to look for some prawns. Work van's in for some work today. It's the first chance I've had to get out for a very long time. So you can see behind me, might get wet today, but we're going to have a crack at it anyway. So just stand around, see if we can find them first, and we'll hopefully put a feed together. Standing around for probably about an hour and a half, 2 hours. I've had a few odd casts, but that's the low tide change. So I did bring a fishing rod. I'm going to nip down and have a fish whiting for a couple of hours, and then I'll come back on the high tide and I'll see if I can find them then. Alright, regretfully, the whiting have won. I'm going to go back and chase these prawns. Not real big numbers, so I'm going to move. Why do I do that to myself? Across a little patch on the way back. So that's what we're looking at. That's prawns. That's all prawn. Oh, all prawn. Look at that. That's what we say when we get good numbers. That's a proper one. Alright, get this back in. Alright, so this is what we're looking at. So just that little fluff off the bottom. So the way I throw it, I'll split it then in two. Put that over my shoulder. From behind, grab the rear lead with your two pinkies, grab on either side, and then sort of swing it as you go. Make sure it's still there. And hold on with your pinkies. Nice and easy. Got them that time. How's that for last cast of the day? I'm hoping that'll finish my bucket. This will be the last one of the day. Be a good one. Yes. Oh, that's a good cast. I think that's my 10. Alright, that's me done. 10 litres. You're only allowed 10 litres per person. I've measured that out with a little line and drawn it in there. And 20 maximum per boat. So just remember that. And that is going to be prawns for days. I'm quite proud of myself. Knock them everywhere. Take a slurry. That'll cool them right down. We're in the kitchen. I'll just show you how I prepare prawns. You might have a better way, you can tell me. I find it's easy just to cut the heads off. I know you can do your fingers, but I feel like there's less guts come out. Nip it straight through, get a fork. Where the poop chute goes here, I put the fork underneath, slide it right up, squeeze it with my fingers as I go, squeeze it out, and that's now deveined and deshelled. I find that's the easiest way. You can do it the other way, like, you know, pull your head off, but I find that you get all the goop all over your hands and it's just a little bit dirtier. Then I end up using paper towels. So yeah, I find chopping it off is easiest, but either way works. And then you just slide the fork through, squeeze it, out it comes, again, deveined. We're going to do a honey soy mix. So we're going to put in 2 parts honey for 1 part soy. That didn't really work, did it? There we go. So for this one I'm going to use 2 large spoons of honey. So 1 of soy. I'm also going to add in, I've got some chopped up red chilies but with the seeds removed. Got a little bit of garlic, and I've got some fresh ginger which has also been grated. Mix all that together. And I'll let that marinate at room temperature, and then just before I want to cook the prawns, I'll toss them around in here. If you try and marinate it in the fridge, it goes too sticky and you can't get it out of the jar again. Gonna make some rice as well. Just the rice cooker, it's white rice. Right, for greens we've got some broccolini. Cool trick, when your rice is almost done and it's sort of enough that this won't just sink into water, just toss it in and it'll steam on top. The broccolini and the rice are done. Alright, so I've got my prawns mixed into the marinade. Leave them there for a second. Because they're only going to take a minute to cook, I'm just going to dish out the rice and the broccolini first, and that way I can just dump them straight in over the top. I'll get a beautiful sauce. So I've got a bit of oil in the pan there, just to stop it sticking. It's on a high heat. I'm just going to dump all those in. Nice mix around, straight on top of the rice. There we go. So that's my honey, soy, ginger, chili, garlic prawns.